Hey everyone, welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we're going to do a market overview. We're going to do a brief touch on a few different coins and also look at the DXY briefly and just show you some general trends in the market. And if I don't cover your coin, don't worry. I'll probably be doing a live stream later this afternoon or this evening, so maybe you can ask me then for your coin if I don't touch on it today. So let's go ahead and look at it. This is DXY on the monthly, so this is a big trend. What I want to point out is our 21-month moving average, the yellow line, has just crossed below our 50-day moving average, or 50-month moving average, excuse me. And as you can see, this is not a normal occurrence. The last time this happened was 2003. And look at what we're doing right now. The DXY is rallying. This is a little bit concerning, right? Because when the DXY is jumping up like this, it's hard for Bitcoin and crypto as a whole market to really move much. So we want to look for like a slowdown here. We're up quite a bit the month of March on the DXY, which is why crypto is kind of not done a whole lot in March. So if we can get a rejection by this 21-month moving average, and then in the short term, maybe it takes another few weeks or another month, we would want to see this continue down. And what happened at the last time that we crossed, 2003, look, we did another rally. So maybe we repeat something like this. This went up, this move from the bottom to the top was about 8%. We're currently up about 5, almost 6%. So maybe we have just a little bit more left in the tank for enough time to get rejected by our 21-month and then continue our downtrend and see crypto continue its rise into stardom. So that's what I have for the DXY. Let's continue right on to Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin on the monthly, but that's not going to really give us a whole lot of info, is it? So let's go ahead and go down to the daily and see if we can tell anything else. So we've currently broken out of our downtrend. If you want to look at our parallel channel that we could draw. You could also do this with a trend line, but I just feel like it's easier for newer people to visualize when you have a downtrend like this. And we have broken out of it, and we've held it as support so far, and even above the 21-day moving average. So this is a good sign for Bitcoin to move higher in the short term. So if we watch our previous video on Bitcoin, we've called for a rally up, and our price target on that is going to be just north of 70,000. So go watch that video if you'd like to see how we got that calculation. On this channel, I focus on just charts and facts, less hype and less just pulling numbers out of thin air. And so if you like that, just like the video, subscribe to us, follow us. We have a Twitter, a Telegram, and a Patreon. Everything's linked in the description below. On Patreon, you're going to learn a little bit more about how to get moves like this. You get a private Telegram, which I'm very active in, and I post new things daily in there just for the Patreon members. And then on Twitter, I'll usually do some news or something like that every so often. So yeah, just follow us there and see if you like it. If you don't, you can just unsubscribe. So I appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and continue. Ethereum. You can see we're kind of coiling up here, right? We're trying to form this nice W pattern and break out. We want to see Ethereum really break above 1950 area, get a daily close above this to see Ethereum continue to move. So far, we're looking good. We're still making higher lows. We need to see this continue before coming back down, because then we're going to get a high, and then you can see we have a lower high. Hopefully we can break this. In order to break this downtrend and move back down, we're going to need to close above 1925-ish area right there. So if we fail to do that and we start heading back down again, we would look for a higher low for Ethereum. So just anywhere around 1600 would be okay. And then we continue this coil pattern until we hopefully break to the upside. So that's for Ethereum on the daily. CHAINLINK. We have a descending triangle so far. So far, it's continued to play out. If we can get above here, we'd like to get a breakout and hold this top line as support and stop holding it as resistance. Anytime you flip a resistance line, it should act as support the next time it interacts with it. If we come back down, we'd obviously want to hold this roughly 24.75 level with the daily candles. You can see wicks have closed down below, so that's fine. We don't really care about wicks. You want to watch the daily candle closes. That's where your major action is. So that's for link. If we come down 24.75 area, if we break out, we want to break about $28, $29, something in there. But as you can see, it's getting lower each day. So that's what to watch for in that. Cardano. Cardano is still above its 21-day moving average. Still looking okay here. Now, if we turn on our Bollinger Bands on Cardano, you can see it looks a little busy. That's just because all our moving averages are on here, so we could turn those off. Maybe that'll help you see it. The purple line is our median line for the Bollinger Bands. And you can see they're starting to maybe just get a little flat line, right, and close up a little bit. But watch, we normally don't focus on the 4th hour, but watch the Bollinger Bands on the 4 hour. Look how narrow these are. The more narrow your Bollinger Bands, the less volatile the prices are, but also usually you're going to have a big move the tighter these get. See how look how narrow we are now. Look how narrow this was. This is the narrowest we've been since back in here. So once you start opening like the mouth, you can see the lines open. Once you start opening like this, see that? Or like that, whatever you want to look at, whichever way you're going. The mouth opens, that's when your price action gets crazy. And you want your price action above your median line to continue your move up. If it stays down and the mouth is opening, then you're in trouble. You can see we've just barely got above it here. So Cardano on your 4 hour. Watch your Bollinger Bands. If they start opening, you want your price action to be on the top and not the bottom. So that's what to watch for Cardano. XLM on the daily chart. We're currently just right above our 21-day moving average. You can see these lines really converging here, and we don't want these to cross. We want to get a bounce like back in here in early January. See this? We came down, looks like it was going to cross, then bounced up with some super action. That would be great to see again. We don't want to see these lines cross. You don't want your moving averages lines to cross. That's very difficult to get any kind of positive signs after you're getting lines crossing to the downside. Here we turned on our Bollinger Bands on our XLM on the daily chart now. Look how narrow we are. Currently price action is just above our median line. So we'd like to hold this, and then maybe if we start moving up, this mouth opens, I would expect another nice move like this out of XLM. So this could be some good signs. We don't want to see price action continue to drop and then do this, because then you can get a downwards big move. But so far, we're right on it. So watch that. If XLM's your coin, you can even zoom out into your 4 hour and check it out. Lots of just all your moving averages on your 4 hour are kind of right there. So if it gets too busy, your charts get too busy, just remove your moving averages. You can just hide them by hitting the eyeball there. You see that? So looks a little bit cleaner now, right? So we want to get this price action back above on your daily chart is where I like to stay. Daily and weekly is most of what we look at. This is algo on the weekly time frame. This would be an ideal scenario. I got a guy on my Patreon that loves algo. Cheers to you, sir. And this is, I drew this for him the other day. This is what we'd love to see from algo. Just complete these steps all the way up to the top of our building here and then just explode out. So that would be ideal if algo can continue this awesome move that it's been on. It's currently well above its 21-week, as most coins are. If we zoom down a little bit, we held nice support on our 3-day moving average line and go into the daily again. You can, let's remove these because these aren't really relevant anymore. If we're zooming into the daily now, if we're coming back down here, we want to hold this 21-day moving average and then continue the move. We can get some nice separation, and we want to start expanding these moving averages again to the upside. Looks like right now we're curving up, but we don't want to get price action coming down too far too fast, because then this moving average will start curving down again. So for algo, we want a nice bounce off of the 21-day if we come down that low, and then, you know, rinse and repeat and do another one of these moves. That would be nice. This is one USDT. This is one against Tether, and currently it looks very similar to the Bitcoin move, right? Look at the Bitcoin chart on the daily, then look at this on the daily. It looks very similar. We're still well above our 21-day. A lot of coins are down on the 50-day to between these two. So one is still well above all that. So this is currently a bullish candle. When you have a long wick on the bottom, that's a good sign. A long wick on the top like this is a bad sign, which is why we moved down a little bit. So watch this. We are a little bit overextended on Harmony. I mean, zoomed out on one. Look at where we're at. So this is risky time to be buying for the short term. Now, I'm not saying Harmony can't go to, you know, $2 or $3 in the future, but for the short term, we're overextended a little bit. You see this? I mean, look at where prices were. This is your safe times to buy back in here. These are minimal risk. When you start getting hundreds of % moves above, and then you ask, should we buy now? Well, for the short term, I don't know. This is where you can buy. We're up 958% since February 23rd. 36 days. So almost 1,000% move in a month. All right, car of the day is a Porsche Carrera GT. Super rare Porsche. Highly sought after now, kind of collector's items. They started out about $450,000 back in. Porsche only made these for 2004 to 2007, I think, just about 3 years or so. And they even shut production down early. They were going to make 1,500. They only got to like just shy of 1,300, I believe. And yeah, they're just shy of 500 grand to start. And now even this, how old they are now, they're still going for over $1 million, like 1.1, 1.2 would be like a pretty good find. So yeah, it's a pretty rare car. Succeeded by the 918 Spider. So that's the new one that replaced that, which is still over $1 million as well. So if you like Porsche, that's a be one to have in your collection. Our quote of the day comes from Jim Rohn. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the afternoon. Hopefully we do a live stream, so maybe I'll see you on there. If not, I'll just catch you on the next video. So I appreciate you. Thanks so much. Have a good one.